In a recent interview on the Sean Ryan Show, behavioral science expert Chase Hughes talked about the failure of a worldview that insists everything meaningful must fit under a microscope. Check this out.
So let's say, like, if you wanted to understand why a Chopin classical piece makes you cry or makes people cry, you say, okay, we're going to figure out why this makes people cry. So we're going to go to the symphony hall. We're going to take all of these instruments, chop them into 5 billion pieces, and one at a time put all the pieces of these instruments under a microscope. I'm going to zoom in on the wood. I'm going to zoom in on the strings. And then, somebody's like, oh, shoot, there's music over here with notes written on it. And I'm like, all right, cut the paper up. Cut that piece of paper up and put the paper under the microscope so we can figure out music. Let's zoom into a piece of paper. So we're obsessing over material things and we're ignoring things that are harder to prove. You cannot do a lab test to see why music works or why love starts happening. And it's not just neurochemical.
For decades, Western culture has placed science on the throne. God and the supernatural have been pushed aside as superstition and myth. But over time, the materialist story has started to fall apart. As Chase Hughes points out, if we insist that only the physical is real, then beauty, love, sacrifice, meaning, art, these must be reduced to nothing more than chemical reactions and sound waves. But anyone who takes the human experience seriously knows that that just does not hold up. Life is not simply paper and wood, as he says. It's far more than the pieces we can measure. And I think the growing fascination with psychedelic drugs is a sign of that hunger. People are trying to reconnect with something humanity has always known. Science can explain what life is made of, but it cannot tell us what life is made for. It can explain how our bodies wake up in the morning, but it can never tell us why we should get out of bed in the first place. It can break down the biology of relationships, but it still can't tell us why I would lay down my life for the people I love. For too long, the supernatural has been brushed aside as irrelevant, but I think we're starting to realize that it may be the most important thing all along. Our deep sense of an afterlife, our rebellion against time, our instinct to seek meaning, these aren't glitches in the system. They're hints of the world that we were truly made for.